Welcome to another episode of Mindfulness Moments. Thank you for showing up and thank you for your practice. Chosen a card for today. Live vigorously. Mindfulness practice is not an evasion or an escape. It means entering vigorously into life with the strength generated by the energy of mindfulness. Without this freedom and concentration, there is no happiness. A very interesting card. This practice is often criticized because we tend to retreat to sit and to practice, to be still. But then, as you know, we have to go out into society. We have to interact with others. But even those times of retreat, when we sit in a monastery, we sit in a Zen center, we sit in a yoga class, we're sitting with other people. We're working with other people. We're practicing with other people. And there's some enormous benefit from that. Of course, sitting by yourself, walking mindfully, breathing mindfully, practicing mindfully. This is a real essence. But when we practice with others, there's a bigger energy at work. You see that you're not at it alone. It's not just your effort to become a better person. To live vigorously, to practice vigorously, Zen is also often talked about as the effort of no effort. But it takes effort. It takes great effort. It takes effort to wake up in the morning, to rinse your face off, to cross your legs, to sit facing the wall. But that effort of looking deeply, that effort of going inside, observing your own suffering, observing your own hang-ups, observing your own neuroses, your own anxieties. You build this reservoir. You build this understanding of the nuances of this human condition. And when we do this with compassion, when we look at ourselves, we look at our suffering, and we look at it with compassion and empathy and acceptance, without judgment, then we can relieve our own suffering. We can wash it away breath by breath. Then when we hear another suffering, when we observe another suffering, we can look at them with the same eyes, the same heart of compassion. Sometimes in conversation, you'll notice that the other person is trying to guess what you want to say. They're trying to finish your sentences. That is really them screaming out to be heard. There's something going on deep within them. There's some deep suffering. They want to talk about it, but they're not ready. So therefore, they're not ready to listen. So we just step back, we come back to our breath, we come back to our mindfulness, and we wait. The waiting game can be timeless. Everyone wakes up at their own pace. And we have these little micro enlightenments, we have these little insights. Sometimes they're very fleeting. Something happens and you think about it, but then it's gone. You can't even explain it. But to live vigorously, is this not practicing zazen, like saving your head from a fire? Question for you, and I'd love for you to answer in the comments below. When you come back to your breath, when you come back to your practice, when you sit and you settle and you let all that dust settle, is there a difference in the way you feel? Is there a difference in the way you look at the world? Then you scroll endlessly, mindlessly, watching little shorts, little TikTok videos, little Instagram videos. Very easy to get caught up in that. But how do you feel? In the moment, perhaps mindless. How do you feel after you realize how much time you spent? Is it moving you further towards enlightenment? Or is it moving you further away from it? Thank you always. Have a wonderful week. Take care.